Cieri, what's going on, man?
Well, what's up with you, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing good, brother. Doing good, man. Excited for tonight's show, dude. What are we doing tonight, man?
Well, we're gonna do we got a good rundown of SmolAge coming up for the people. Phase 2, we're just gonna go over the do's and don'ts on what to do on SmolAge, and your boy Cieri made the mistakes, so you don't have to. So we're gonna talk a little bit about what exactly I did and how to avoid that mistake. We'll also get into a little bit of news from Lost Donkeys, which is always good. Hee-haw. We love that.
Hee-haw, hee-haw.
We're going to go a little bit, not much going on with the price action of Bitcoin right now, but we're going to go into a little bit of that and SmithyDAO. We got some news for SmithyDAO going on.
SmithyDAO, man. Yeah.
But before we jump into all that, man, I just want to say this cell phone outage that happened today is
Dude, what was that all about, man? What happened, dude?
I'm hearing all kinds of stuff. My buddy mine is a big time computer repair guy, and what he was digging around in, because he digs around in all these online columns where all these developers and stuff talk, all these computer guys talk, and what he was saying that they were talking about was an actual data hack. Like, he thinks it's an actual hack from all the stuff he heard. So basically what it is denial of service attack, where they trigger from your cell phone. When your cell phone first cuts on the network, your cell phone tries to link up to the network, and then the network was basically rejecting. So it's not like our infrastructure was down. It was more a centralized problem with the actual servers of these networks. But I think it's a little weird that we had 3 networks go.
You were telling me it was 3.
It wasn't just one, dude, because AT&T, Verizon, and I think Sprint, I think, was the third one. But I am on the, well, I'm not even going to say what I'm on because now people are hacking. But, it's like I had a different network than my friend had, and his went down all day, like completely off all day. Mine was okay. And a couple other people I know that have the same was okay. I think you said yours was okay.
Yeah, mine was fine. Yeah.
But we went into he had AT&T. So what happened was we went into the AT&T store directly and freaking standing in line. The guy was like, "Yeah, you could tell he's been through it all day with this." So he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" "Yes, we got service down."
Yeah, dude.
It'll be on. Everyone's in the store all panicking and stuff. So we're like, okay, at least we know what's going on. But that was pretty crazy and something to think about in crypto. This is something, I just want to talk about for a second. This is the power of centralization and the weakness of centralization. When you have centralization, you have a central point of failure, which means you just have one spot, like, those servers. Okay, once those servers went down, look what happened. You had half of the population, maybe not half of the population, but the Fox News in our local area did a thing today, and the reporter was in there this morning early, and he said, "My phone's out," and he was asking, he wanted to get the real news from everybody, and about 50% of the people in the restaurant had lost service. So when you look at it, granted, that was just in one restaurant, but still, half of the people lost service. Like, that's a big deal. That's 50%, potentially 50% of the population losing their cell phone. You lose your phone service. Now, there goes your bank, right? There goes your bank. There goes your debit card. There goes anything online you do on your phone. There goes your ID. There goes your whole world is on your phone now. It's not like it was back in the day where a phone was just a phone. Your phone right now is your lifeline. So it's a big deal. It's a big problem, and it's one of the reasons why crypto is good. I mean,
well, here's the thing, though, man. If you don't have your phone,
you ain't got your phone.
You don't have access to the internet.
That kind of
sucks. Access to your crypto,
and that's true.
That's the scary part for me.
That's why you got to have that laptop as backup.
Yeah. Well, what if you got service with the same carrier though? And that goes down.
Well, then you're screwed, And
then you're screwed. Yeah, and that's the one thing, man, is the internet, and everybody always argues that with me. They're like, "Well, what if, the internet goes down?" And I'm like, "Well, if the internet goes down, we're all screwed." You know what I mean?
Yeah, but this wasn't an internet.
Everything's done.
From what he was saying, this had nothing to do with the actual internet. This was a direct data servers in the centralized network building that had.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, you know, a SIM swap where they go around and SIM swap hack you thing. It's kind of like that, but they just sent a bug to the actual server. And what my buddy was saying is he thinks because of the amount of time it was shut down and the way it was a denial of service, or at least that's what he was saying, is that sounds like someone went in there, copied information, and then was like, all right, y'all can have it back online now. In other words, there's a potential that a lot of information may have gotten stolen on that episode. And it was like not a small amount of time, dude. It was like all day. My boy had his phone down all day for like 5-6 hours. So
I'm sure the conspiracy theorists are having fun with this one, dude. Reddit's probably blowing up about a bunch of theories on this. It's pretty scary, man. Pretty scary.
Well, you can't after 2020. I don't even want to hear the word conspiracy anymore. Like that, that word lost all. Like you lost all credibility. After 2020, everything just is. There is no more word that's conspiracy at this point. I don't even want to like that word anymore. It's just like
what do you think it's?
I was just saying nothing. Nothing surprises me.
Conspiracy for conspiracies.
Yeah, nothing surprises me at this point. Like nothing would surprise me. So
I got you.
But there's that, but also on the positive side of this, the market didn't care. Like Bitcoin didn't care. Like Arbitrum, Solana didn't really care about it. Like you know, if you're degenning off your phone, and I mean, if you lose your phone, you're screwed. I get that, but at the same time, the actual like your crypto would still be safe, kind of thing. Like even if your phone network went down temporarily, you can't get to your crypto. You know, if your internet went down temporarily, you can't get to your crypto. But the beauty of it is that information's still on the blockchain. Like, and I can't say that for all networks, but I will say for the Bitcoin network. The Bitcoin network is pretty anti-fragile when it comes to that kind of thing. Power loss, internet loss, it don't matter. If you kill the internet, you kill the power on Bitcoin. When the miners come back online, the information is not lost. So that's the sort of anti-fragile of Bitcoin. Now, I'm not 100% sure on other cryptos how that works. That'd be something I'd like to get into. But it just makes you think how fragile Web 2 and infrastructure can really be, and how crypto is trying to solve these things in a very fast way. So it's kind of impressive to see, you know, maybe some of these old school guys will start waking up a little bit and be like, wow, you know, maybe we didn't have everything locked down like we thought we did. And blockchain definitely is a good answer to centralization and solving centralization, not just on nodes. I'm talking about in infrastructure in general. So kind of cool to look at. And then there was one other thing I was going to say, and I can't remember what the hell it was. The NASDAQ. So if you are into stocks, which, you know, me and Wes are kind of into stocks still a little bit, not a whole lot.
A little bit.
Not a whole lot, but, you know, I say, hey, Wes, man, the NASDAQ pumped 2.11%. That's a lot of money for the amount of money that's in there. But, like, when you read the headlines and they're all hyped up and gassed up, like, NASDAQ, 2.11%. I'm like, great. So that only means you have 5% more to go to beat inflation for the year. Congratulations. Like, your money is still backwards by 5% if you're only in the NASDAQ. Like, you know, so just, again, another reason to sing the praises of crypto. It's like, yes, it's volatile, but, yes, it's volatile. Like, the downside to crypto is just as good as the upside to me. So it's, I don't know. I couldn't be happier than where I'm at. But so what are you thinking about? What are you thinking about the overall sentiment right now? Bitcoin price. Do you see anything going on?
I think it's boring right now, man. We we kind of called this. We're chopping sideways, man. No excitement. It's boring, man. It's boring. Really not much going on, man. I don't see. I think 50 kind of holds that support. You know what I mean? And I just don't see much happening up until the and we talked about this on like 2 episodes ago. I just don't see us moving up anytime soon, man, until the halving. You know, I do think we kind of stay sideways, boring up until the halving.
So I'm just scrolling a little bit like we do. You know, crypto or more, we like to kind of take it easy. We do homework. We try to stay on top of things to keep you guys with some alpha and stuff. But we also are just like you. We're always just, looking at stuff. Even when we're recording, sometimes I'll be scrolling on Twitter. I know Wes does it too, probably. But Camelot right here. Did you see this? Layer Zero. Camelot is integrating with Layer Zero now.
Yeah, I did see that, man. I did see that.
So, dude, shout out to the Grail. Shout out to Camelot because I'm a long time believer in the Grail. I love what they're doing, and I've been using them since I got into Arbitrum. Do you still have some positions on Grail? You still mess around with Grail, or?
I do. I have I think I have like 2.
Cool.
Not a lot of money, man.
It's all
Under
good
100.
though. It don't matter though because you're earning that interest. That's the beauty of Grail. You're earning.
I put those 2 positions in like a year ago, and it's kind of one of them things like I forgot about, and it was a lot more when I put it in, and then the market kind of tanked, and but like you said, man, I'm earning interest on some things, man. So it's just it's cool. It's chilling. It's cooking.
That's that steady money, man. That's what it's all about. And speaking of steady money, just want to give a shout out to HFT. Appreciate that with the rev share. So
yeah, man.
HFT is doing big things for the community. Lost Donkeys teaming up with ZOODAO.
Yeah, I saw that, man. They're doing some kind of giveaway too.
What do you know about ZOODAO? Because I know we've looked at it a couple times, but I'm not in the know as much as you are, I think, with ZOODAO.
I'll be honest with you, not much. I just started following them today when I saw that the Lost Donkeys, when they were doing a giveaway together. I think there's the Zoo token that you can buy and stake on the platform for, different rewards or whatever. But I haven't really done any kind of digging on ZOODAO, man. I just know that they are, doing this giveaway with the Lost Donkeys. They partnered up with them, and yeah, so that's kind of sparked my interest, and I'll do a little bit more digging on that. But yeah, that they kicked that giveaway off today, so yeah, definitely suggest and recommend people to go take part in that.
Looks like here. Now this is just from the text on the tweet, but it says during this stage you can enroll your NFTs for the upcoming battle. And so I'm wondering if they're trying to do something like the Gainlings, but instead of just locally with the Gainlings, it's cross NFT compatible. So like your Lost Donkeys
NFT battle.
Yeah, dude, that's kind of cool, man. Kind of cool of an idea.
Well, I know they claim that like you can't lose. Like it's some kind of battle that you can't lose. I went on the site earlier. When I was kind of being lazy, laying in the bed. But yeah, I mean they have. It looks cool, man. I just haven't really done too much digging on it. So
yeah, we'll have to do a deeper dive in that. And as far as let's jump into our little main segment for tonight's show, which is SmolAge. They have been building throughout the entire bear market. I'm actually I like the community of SmolAge just as much as I like the donkeys, man. It's like, I think the donkeys kind of are a little bit more. I don't want to say they're more ahead because I don't mean it like that. But what I'm saying is I think the donkeys are a little more established as far as gameplay and everything goes. But that's not to knock SmolAge because I've seen the previews of SmolAge and, staking bones, and now you can go on Sushi Swap, Uniswap, I think, has liquidity pools for bones. So they've been building throughout the entire bear market. So I hold a few of the Neander Smalls. I think their new artwork update is fire. And we haven't really gone over too much of Phase 2. We talked about it in the roadmap and stuff, but I actually went in there earlier and played around a little bit. So you got quite a few Neander Smalls too, right? Are you staking yours? You got them?
Yes, I have mine in Phase 2 of Neander Smalls.
Now, do yours have, because they have what's called a common sense score. If you're not familiar with it, the common sense score is so that you don't have to work all the time. Because it's like kind of funny in real life. It's like you go to college, you don't have to work as hard, like digging in the mines and doing all this stuff. So I kind of like how they did that phase. And apparently I don't have much common sense because I did not. I skipped from Phase 1 all the way to Phase 2 with a couple of my Neander Smalls, and I put them into the caves. And once you put them into the caves, they're there for 100 days, which I'm all good with because I'm hodling anyway. But I wish I would have not made that mistake. So if you're playing around on SmolAge, make sure that you realize that phase 1 and phase 2 are not like, the old versus the new. You still need to go to phase 1 to get your Neandersmall to have a common sense score of 100. So you got to leave him in there until he gets the common sense score of 100. Once he gets that, then you move over to phase 2, and then you could do all the other cool stuff. Like they'll let you buy the wizard hat if you're going to be a mystic. They'll let you buy consumables. You can buy outfits, costumes, all kind of stuff that they added. And so that's cool. And then they have the caves where you can stake bones and earn more bones. But I do remember them saying something about, you want to be kind of active. So if you have a Neandersmall, don't do like I did, and just wait before you log on. I got back in there today, and I was like, yeah, I remember why it was a refresh on why I'm bullish on the project, to be honest with you. I like the theme. I like the artwork. I like what they're building. But, yeah, make sure you go to phase 1. Do not do what I did and, stake them in the caves before you have the common sense. So, but anyway, I'm going to be earning bones while they're in the cave. So it's not like, I'm not earning. I'll still be earning some bones. Yeah. So that's cool.
Yeah. I mean, for those that, don't want to do phase 1, like you don't have to do that. But what Cieri's saying is like, that's the route to go, because you want to get your common sense up. So that way you can just go to the development grounds and you can start gaining that skill, which is, what are the skills on here? Mystics, farmers, and fighters. And when you have that skill, you just collect more bones per day, and it just kind of ups the ante on, the game, getting more bones, per Neandersmall and all that good stuff. But yeah, dude, they're killing it over there, man. Crafty Pie, I don't know if you guys follow him on X, but yeah, he's developing the games over there with Animus Labs. I think he's with Animus Labs, and he's working with SmolAge and SmithyDAO. SmithyDAO is another good one that has been developing this whole time, man. Both of these games are still in development.
Oh yeah.
That's what we call quietly building in the background. I mean, these guys have never stopped, dude. They're still here. And they're pushing forward, man. The game is looking really good, man, on both sides.
The previews look fire, dude. The previews for the actual gameplay, like when I said they were lagging behind Lost Donkeys, I didn't mean it as a put down. I was just saying that Lost Donkeys kind of has the playable game right now where you can go in there, you can skate around the Lost Lands and stuff. But do not sleep on SmolAge, dude, because the graphics look insane. Like the previews look like a lot of fun. And let me just ask you this. The caves are giving you 10 bones per day per Neandersmall, which is cool. But when it comes to the development grounds and the pits, see, I have a question about the pits. And if anyone knows this, let me know in the comments, or Wes, if you know it, you might know this. But I'm a little confused. It says, provide your bones to the pits. 30% of bones must be staked to keep the grounds open. Does that mean 30% of your bones has to be staked?
No,
what is that?
That's everybody. That's everybody as a whole, as a community. There has to be 30% of bones staked or more. And I think that's kind of cool too, man. Like is the, I don't know, I guess the camaraderie that it brings, as far as like different
that
players
is kind of
cool. Community,
okay.
And you gotta kind of have to come together and figure it out, man. Like
that is kind of.
But
dope.
yeah, I mean, the whole thing though, man, is like to get these bones, you should be putting them in the pits. Yeah. You should be putting them in the development grounds with your Neandersmall if you have 100 common sense points, and you're earning it. So why not put it into the pits and keep the grounds open? Because if you don't, then all this is gonna be shut down. Like you're not gonna be able to use it.
What? Let me. Yeah, I see what you're saying. That makes sense. 31.973%. So as a community, we're 1.97% above the minimum, which is good. We're holding it down, but.
Well, I need to claim my bones, man, in the development grounds. I have all 4 of mine here, and I need to take some.
So I got
my bones.
It looks like my current stake. I have 57,000 bones staked as part of the bone staked thing, but it doesn't really necessarily tell you on that screen what what you're earning on that. You understand what I'm asking? Like if we,
what you mean?
Like as a community, we're all staking the bones, right, in the pits. But is that number? It doesn't really tell you what you're earning there, or is it the caves? You see what I'm saying? Like the pits is.
I think it's just.
Is that just in
like,
general?
Right?
That's just the pits.
Yeah,
it's just showing you in general.
It's not. I don't think. Yeah, there's not a return on it when you're putting it in the pits.
I got you. So you're just doing it for the love. I got you.
Yeah, the mechanism, dude, is like, so people aren't. So there's trying to be some value behind the bones besides, just collecting them, like the utility behind it, I guess, man.
Oh, I got you.
And it kind of makes, it kind of creates, another utility for the bones, so it's not just floating around. And I know they just implemented this burning mechanism too that's supposed to continue going up. But yeah, I think this is just to give it some utility and to kind of make the community as a whole, come together and keep the grounds open by staking the bones, is what I think.
That's awesome. Okay, and then now I just saw something here because I was in the chat and I was asking the guys because, again, another reason I love Arbitrum, because even if you've been in crypto a couple of years, if you're a little bit doofus like I am sometimes and you're like, well, I don't understand this. I went in the chat and asked him, and basically what he was saying is, so after you stake your Neandersmall, you can go ahead and put him, as long as they have the 100 skill, then you click on the button that says details, and once you click that button, you can select how much more bones you want to stake. Which is pretty damn cool.
And that's in the development grounds, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's after you. I believe that's after you stake him. I'm actually gonna.
Yeah, it's all so like I guess in phase 1, man. You were just staking to build common sense and to collect bones. Now phase 2, it's for the caves. Is if you don't have. No, the labor grounds is if you don't have the 100 common sense and you're, that's for like building a skill, I guess.
Yeah.
And the labor grounds for bones. Caves is just like the lazy way of hibernating your Neandersmall and collecting bones per day. Development grounds is for, if you have 100 plus common sense points and you put it in there and then you earn a skill. That's the mystic farmers or the fighters. And then they have this new thing that they just implemented as the customize, which is really cool, that I need to do actually. I've been meaning to do this.
Yeah, the customize. Have you done this yet? So no, I think you got to have. I did the hat, which is the mystic. That's the skill, right? Mystic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. With
the wizard hat. So I wanted to get one of them as a fighter, but now I got to wait 100 days because I put them in the caves. By accident, not knowing. I was just kind of playing around with it earlier and didn't realize what I had done until after I did it. But I have enough to where I can have one as a mystic, one as a fighter, one as a farmer. So right now, I have my one with 100 common sense score is going to be a mystic. And but this is what I wanted to make sure you do when you go to this page is make sure you go to the details tab and click add bones. So even just because you put them in there as the development, you still need to add bones.
Yeah, you got to put your bones in there too. Yeah.
Right. So that's what I wanted to cover for people watching. So just because, if like I said, learn after my mistakes, don't do what I did. And also make sure you go back to phase 1 to put them in Common Sense School to get your Common Sense score higher and faster than you will by just going to the labor grounds. So that's definitely 2 key takeaways. But I'm happy with the interface of phase 2. I think it's already better. I think it's a smoother graphics. Looks cool. I'm excited to see the actual gameplay, dude.
It does look good, man.
I'm ready. I'm ready to see the world when they're ready. But it is fun getting in on these things. It reminds me of. It's almost like the days of Nintendo for Web3. It's like we're at the cusp of Super Nintendo. I'm just waiting for Super Nintendo. Like, that's what it feels like to me. Web3's in Nintendo phase right now, but it's slowly stepping it up into when we start seeing the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis. Like, I'm ready for fighting games on Web3. I'm like, come on, bro. Let's get
they're coming, dude.
Let's get Street Fighter 2 action going on in Web3, like real time streaming, like.
They have it, man. They got the games out there now.
That Shrapnel has got the graphics like that, but you know, you got to see what they're doing from the ground up, and the fact that they're doing this on Arbitrum is why I'm gonna be a fan. I'm a hodler, so yeah, very cool. I think you want to go into SmithyDAO now. Or is there anything else you want to add about SmolAge? Anything else you want to go over?
No, I think that's it, man. Like Cieri was saying, if you want to get that common sense up, go to phase 1, go back to phase 1. If not, if you have the animals or you have, different.
Oh, yeah, the animals.
You want to take a different approach, you can go to the, what is that last one right there? To the job. What is this right here? It's where you got to choose the job.
Yeah,
there's so much, man. I'm trying to
go back
and forth.
The labor grounds is where you choose what you want to do.
Yeah, labor grounds. If you have an animal and you have like different tools or different items, like you can also get there with that, but you got to have less than 100 common sense points to get into the labor grounds. So there's 2 routes you can go, but I guess it just depends on what you have as far as your inventory.
Oh, and
how active you're gonna be too,
dude. You can actually buy these. I didn't know this because I'm low on magic in my wallet, so it says bones, bro. You can pay with bones on here. I didn't even know you could buy the tools with bones. That's freaking dope.
Yeah. I got a few tools. I wanted to get an animal, dude. I wish I would have got an animal.
Yeah,
a long time ago.
I want one too, man. I want to get.
I wish I would have got one a long time ago, man.
Well, that's not small pets, is it? Small pets? That's not the same.
Small pets? No. This is
different. This is for Neanderthals.
Yeah. These are like small animals or something like that.
All right. Well, I just scooped up a shovel, a satchel, and a pickaxe for 3,000 bones. So
there you go, man.
Give me my stuff. Pretty cool, man. Approval set. See, that's the one thing. A MetaMask with the approval thing. Still not a fan of that. I know you're on Rabby now.
Yeah, Rabby is awesome, man. Guys, if you haven't imported your MetaMask wallet in the Rabby, I highly suggest it.
Yeah, I need to get into that more.
Yeah, real quick, man. I just wanted to go over this last thing for SmolAge, too, man, that I just saw their post. So they just put this out in January. It says 1,000 plus unique Neanderthal holders. Animals airdrop 2 holders. Do you have an animal? I didn't get mine, dude. I haven't looked.
No,
but I don't see mine on here.
I haven't.
But it says they got animals airdrop to holders, over 120,000 transactions on Arbitrum, and that's through all the locations and in between all the Neanderthals or whatever. And then there's multiple project phases with on-chain skill development. And it says next to come, on-chain metadata, the playable Web 2, Web 3 game, updated tokenomics to reward active players. So they're hustling, man. They're grinding, and it's good to see, man. I'm glad to see, them coming out on top here.
Yes.
With the development, and I love their new logo, man. Have you seen that? The new logo is dope, dude.
For SmolAge.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love it.
I love everything.
So good job over there, guys. Yeah, good job over there, guys, man. You have, Remora's full support, man. We appreciate you guys and what y'all are doing, man.
Absolutely.
Paving the way for Web3 gaming, and we appreciate that. So,
absolutely.
So you can't really talk about Neanderthals without talking about SmithyDAO. Now,
SmithyDAO, baby.
SmithyDAO, again, Crafty Pie, man. I think he works with Animus Labs, and he is in development on both of these games. And shout out to everybody else that's working hard over there, man. I apologize if I don't know you by name. Crafty Pie. If you're not following, that's at crypto_WSK. Really cool, man. Very active in the Web3 community. And I mean, dude, he's just kind of updating us on SmithyDAO. SmithyDAO, they're building, guys. If you don't know who SmithyDAO is, they're also a treasure console game on Treasure DAO. And he's got main menu teasers, dynamic elf character unveiled. This was posted 13 hours ago. They got the Smithsonian armor in 8 directions. I guess that's the movement, the mobility. Different directions that they can move or whatever. A lot of this stuff is beyond my understanding, you know, with the gaming and development and stuff. But they have the new axe weapons unleashed. There's a giveaway that they're doing as well with Neandersmalls, or with the SmolAge. That's like the some unique and rare bow that they have now. They got different axe weapons. The first monster for power boost, exclusive MOBA progress video, multiplayer online battle arena is what that is. I just learned that, man. I had to show off.
Nice.
MOBA, man. I didn't know what that meant. But yeah, multiplayer online battle arena. So I learned something today.
That's cool, dude. That's cool.
Yeah, they're doing you know, giveaways in the Discord, man. Definitely check out the Discord and stuff. And I mean, I gotta say, dude, the gameplay that they've been teasing with this looks freaking dope, dude. And I remember playing. Do you remember, like, about maybe a year and some change ago, when they had their beta testing? It was the game that they just came out with. Did you ever get a chance to play that?
I'm not sure if I got to play that.
It
one or
was,
not, but
dude.
I do remember.
It was dope then. But I gotta tell you, man, these little clips that they're sharing,
yeah,
this is it, dude. Like, this is gonna be an awesome game, dude. I am so much looking forward to this.
Yeah, I see the graphics on it right now. It looks pretty damn fire,
dude. And like right now, dude,
we may
scoop one.
You know what? I might have to revoke my previous statement, bro, because looking at this a little closer, this almost looks like Super Nintendo graphics already, bro. Like, this is better. No, I'm serious. I'm not trying to.
Yeah, dude, it looks dope, man.
But because what you got to understand, what I mean by this,
awesome, man.
You guys that are too young won't understand this, but you old cats will know what I'm talking about. That transition from Nintendo to Super Nintendo, even though when you were experiencing it like I was, it was a big deal, but it wasn't like mind blowing. It was like, oh, okay, this is cooler, this is awesome. But it wasn't like the difference between, say, Super Nintendo and PlayStation, right? Remember when PlayStation first came out? It was like, oh my God, right? So, but what I'm saying is, this is almost like, it's not Atari, it's not Nintendo. We're already very similarly close to Super Nintendo. But when I say that, you got to think, this is on a worldwide scale on blockchain. So this is a big deal, even though the graphics, you might clown it and be like, oh, what's he saying? The graphics ain't that great. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is the progression of having to do stuff on chain and being a video game on chain with millions of people around the world, it's impressive. It's not an easy thing to do. It's not at all. So the mere fact that the graphics are this good, this quick, is making me extremely bullish on gaming and blockchain. It's like, dude, we haven't seen nothing yet. Like, I guarantee you within less than 3 years, it's going to be mind-blowing stuff going on blockchain, dude. Like, it's going to be crazy.
The gaming? Oh, dude. Yeah.
It's going to be insane.
Yeah, we're headed there, man.
With AI and everything, like AI, wait till they start messing around with the holograms and stuff and the AI goggles and stuff. Once they get that tech down, too, with it, it's going to be insane.
Yeah, but looking at the videos, man, I mean, it looks cool, man. With the spell casting and the different animals and
graphics are great.
I guess the graphics are dope.
Freaking great.
Graphics are dope. Yeah, I love it, man. They've been building this whole time, man. Shout out to Crafty Pie again, dude. He's doing awesome.
Hustling, man. Hustling. These guys are paving the way. They're paving a new world with gaming, and it's I love to see it, man. I'm an old school gamer. Yeah. It's just I love to see this. I love to be a part of it too. It's fun.
Dude, you talk about PlayStation and all that, dude. I swear I remember I freaking came to tears when I got my first PlayStation, dude. I was like 10 years old, man. I remember me and my brother were running up and down the halls at the house, and it was already like 2 years old, man. Like we didn't have a lot of money, but. I remember getting the PlayStation 1, man, and I went to tears. Like, I was almost crying, dude, because I was so freaking excited, man, to get it. All my other friends already had the PlayStation 2, but I just got the PlayStation 1, man, and, it does kind of feel like that, man. Like, we are, experiencing the come-up of Web3, and it's really, really cool, man.
Yeah, so we got SmithyDAO, we got Lost Donkeys, ZOODAO, we covered a little bit. And we've got SmolAge. What else is going on in the news? Is there any other, there's not a whole lot of crazy stuff?
No, I know I know the outflows of gold. This has kind of been a big thing, man. Like, I guess the outflows of gold. Hold on, I just had a little spot for it. Let's see. So inflows to the spot Bitcoin ETF topped 2.2 billion across 4 days in February. And then it goes on to say gold ETFs, they had outflows of 2.4 billion outflows. So there was more outflows in gold than there was inflows of Bitcoin ETF funds, which I thought was, I mean, to me, dude, that speaks volumes. Like that's huge. And it could be a lot of people getting out of the gold ETFs and coming into the Bitcoin ETFs, man. What do you think about that?
I mean, I think that you are going to see that. I mean, it's like you seen them memes of them people making fun of all the boomers dancing. Cause
yes, dude. Yes.
They got into the Bitcoin ETF.
Yes, dude.
So I absolutely think that is a tremendous possibility about what is going on right now, why you're seeing this sideways. Remember, guys, when you see the market go sideways, in your head, you may be getting bored, but let me tell you what, bro. When you see sideways at $52,000 Bitcoin, that is the formula needed to get to $100,000 Bitcoin. That's what it takes. It takes that sideways movement for a while. But once you think of it this way, the further we go sideways is the higher up we're going to go. So if you're getting bored, if you're getting angry because, it ain't going nowhere,
right.
Do not do that, because the longer we go sideways is the higher we go up. I'm serious. You have to look at it that way, man. It's like when you're accumulating, and like I'm still hoping we get a little bit more downward movement, bro. Like my bags are not packed where I want them, like at all. Like I'm hoping we get that other dip, which I don't know, dude. All this bullish stuff going on, that boat might have already sailed. You know what I mean? We might not get that little dip down to 44 that Zombie's calling for. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but I'm like, man, come on. I wouldn't be crying if we did. I'm going to be like, oh, thank God, a dip. It's like I'm ready for that dip, and we haven't had it. So I don't know if you agree with me on that or not, but I'm just like I would kind of like to see a slight little cool off back down to 44, and then
dude.
But I don't know, man.
Higher, I was looking at my average cost on Ethereum. And when I realized what it was around $1,100, and
that's pretty good though. That's good.
Like, that's from buying from like 600 all the way up to 5,000. Like I've always been buying ETH. And then I looked, I'm like, man, my average buy is 1,100. And I remember, dude, when it was sitting around 3,000, and I was like, Cieri, man, like I'm going all in on ETH, man. Like you should just keep stacking ETH. And you were like, bro, I remember ETH at $400. It's so hard for me to buy Ethereum at 3,000.
Yeah.
And like now I'm starting to feel like that. Like, dude, it is like, and we're just getting started, dude. Like ETH's sitting around 3,000, and my average buy is around 1,100 over the years of buying ETH. And I don't know, man. I see what you mean now. It is kind of hard to keep DCAing
it just
into
hurts.
something when
it hurts your feelings a little bit. Like, man, it's.
But I'm still stacking, dude. I am still going hard on Ethereum. I think ETH is going to be the way to go as far as like the top 5.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and I think that the same way Bitcoin led the markets, at the beginning of the year or towards the end of last year and at the beginning of this year,
because
of the ETF. Yeah. I think ETH is going to kind of do the same thing.
Oh, it's going to pop, dude. It's going to pop.
Everybody's paying attention to Bitcoin.
Yes, sir.
Because the ETF, they're all over here eating Ethereum up, dude. And,
you're right.
We're starting to see that.
That's right, bro. And Wes, what Wes is trying to tell you is investing on the bigger scale of things, and I'm not going to dwell on this too long because we're running out of time, but look, when these guys are doing one thing or saying one thing, they're doing another. So while just what Wes said is a perfect case, everybody's talking, Bitcoin ETF, the boomers are dancing. Look how much money I made on the Bitcoin, blah, 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 blah. What is Wall Street doing right now? They are gobbling. You saw it with Ethereum last week, that pump up to 3,000. That's them buying. So they're trying to do misdirection. Pay attention to Bitcoin. Pay no attention to Ethereum right now. And it's working because Bitcoin still has the spotlight. And Ethereum hasn't got the attention it deserves, which is what they want. They want to keep it kind of like
hush.
Yeah. Don't talk about it too much. So I agree with Wes. I think you're going to see Ethereum
start to lead the rally.
So, dude, Ethereum,
ways,
and I'm ready for it, bro, because I'm heavier into altcoins right now than anything else. Yeah. But that's just where I'm at in my stage of life. I need to do that. I'm not advising you guys to do that. I'm just saying that's where I'm at right now. But yeah, dude, I'm excited for the bull run either way, and I think I think overall we're looking good. We're looking healthy.
Yeah, I agree, man. For sure.
We're at 40.
Yeah, this what is it?
We're at 40 minutes.
Are we really, dude?
We're already at 40.
Oh my god, dude, time flies, man.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wrap it up until we get to bigger servers. We're gonna have to wrap it up on this one, guys.
Guys, we appreciate you guys, man. Yeah, dude, we're starting to gain a little bit of a following here, man. Subscribers, they've started ticking up here recently, man. So if you're new to our videos, man, we appreciate you guys for being here.
Absolutely.
Thank you. We got a lot of big plans coming and a lot of cool stuff on the way. So make sure you're looking out for that. Make sure you're following us on all socials at the Crypto Remora. Make sure you're following Cieri at Cieri Crypto, myself at Crypto MacGyver. And yeah, anything else you want to add, Cieri?
No, that's it, man. Just want to say thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you guys, man. And turn on notifications. Got a lot of cool stuff coming. That's it for tonight's show. Much love to you guys. And until next time, peace out.